steals and offensive rebounds.
16,300, and right now all those seats vacated as everybody standing and jumping. We get ready to go, and it is sellout number 240 in a row.
Tell you one thing, John, this should be on a bucket list for any Hoops fan that likes basketball, because it is one fantastic environment.
John Higgins, Doug Sermons, Terry Oglesby, a veteran officiating crew here tonight. And again, we will watch how the West Virginia defense affects Kansas as this game goes on.
Well, there's two reasons they lost that first game. Number one, when they lost to West Virginia, they turned the ball over 22 times, and it led to 18 points. And number two, you talk about getting to the free throw line. They made 33 free throws, West Virginia, only 13 for Kansas.
Carter, Miles, Adrian Ahmad, and Williams starting for West Virginia. Mason, Selden, Graham, Ellis, and Lucas starting for Kansas. Miles getting inside, couldn't finish. And a defensive rebound grab by Selden. Kick up ahead, and Mason is fouled.
Talk about fouls. Last year, West Virginia led the nation in fouls. This year, they're right there again, very close to leading the nation once again.
343 out of 346 in fouls committed. Bill Self knows it will be a physical affair going up against West Virginia. So Mason at the line here.
Tell you, key is Mason. He turned the ball over in the first matchup 7 times, a career high. Not going to win when your point guard turns the ball over that much. And that's what happened down there in Mountaineer country.
Coming off that win against TCU, played 39 minutes in that game, and he's going to be asked to do a lot.
Well, he comes pressure back. A team that presses you, if you got the athletes, press them. And that's what they're doing right now. Full court pressure by the Jayhawks. They want to show that they can be aggressive too.
Miles gives off to Carter. One of the things to be on the lookout for, it's not a great West Virginia team in terms of shooting, but they offensive rebound as well as anyone.
Tell you, Williams has been dominant though in the low box. He's been so effective. He's been a double-double guy.
And right there, steps out and buries the jumper, Devin Williams.
I was guarding him down there in the post. You saw me before the game. I was guarding him in the post. He tried to drop step on me. Got a mismatch right there on Ellis. They got a mismatch. Got Carter playing him.
Graham missing the shot, and Mason tracks it down.
That's a good sign for them. Normally, West Virginia's all over that ball. Trademark of Bob Huggins is play with great effort and play with great intensity.
Ellis, contested shot, and lays it in. He wanted to foul Perry Ellis.
He's been so effective all year. He pounds the glass. Back to TCU, Coach Trent Johnson said he's improved so much now as a veteran, just as Buddy Hield has.
And a couple of 4-year guys are really developed. And there, Javon Carter knocks down the jumper. Good defender, leads them in assists and steals, and hits the J.
He broke a record last year for a freshman, 67 steals. He and Miles caused havoc on the perimeter defensively. And Miles finally had a good game shooting against Baylor, made 4 threes.
A turnover there, and Carter kicks it up ahead. Daxter Miles with the basketball. Season high, 20 points in his last game. There's Selden, a burst up ahead, and lays it in.
That's a big-time move by Selden. He had a brilliant game against Kentucky in that tough win. He was sitting there last game. He was really under the weather against TCU.
33 points in 44 minutes in that overtime win here at Allen Fieldhouse over Kentucky. Shot clock at 6.
Trying to get Williams down inside.
Carter's got to go here. Hoists it up. And the shot short. Ellis comes away with it. Graham on the push. The lob. Lucas.
Very obvious right now, John, that Kansas is playing with a lot of aggression. They are playing aggressively. They're playing with pride. They were humiliated down there in West Virginia.
36 straight home wins. As big a home court advantage as there is in the sport. Carter lost the handle, out of bounds, turnover.
If West Virginia's going to win here today, they're going to have their A-plus game because they're going to be matched in terms of effort and commitment right now by Kansas. These guys have come out here with purpose and a commitment.
Bob Huggins making some substitutions. Jaysean Page, who's actually their leading scorer. He comes off the bench and into the game now.
He might be one of the premier 6 men, or he is one of the premier 6 men in all of basketball. He is terrific off the bench. Had a big game against Kansas in that first matchup.
Ellis, little hesitation, had it slapped away.
There's the little love. Little Jam City, baby. Up and away. They're rocking here at the Fog.
5 of 8, but the shooting hasn't been quite so good as the beginning of the year.
Well, the reason also, you got to look at the competition. When you play here in this league, as you said so well early, top of the show, this is the best conference in basketball from top to bottom. I mean, you go to Kansas State, Oklahoma State, don't have great records, but you better lace them up and come to play. If you don't believe me, just ask some of the teams out there.
Mason steps out, buries a 3.
They're focused. I watched them in the warm-ups. You could see the concentration, focus.
And despite the drop in numbers of late, Kansas overall an excellent three-point shooting team, 6th in the nation at 42%.
And they got a number of guys that can make the 3.
Page will hoist. Well, we're about 5 minutes in. West Virginia does not have an offensive rebound yet. That's something to look at.
Also keeping them off the foul line. Ellis is so effective when he gets the ball out deep.
Kansas on a 7-0 run. They made their last 4 field goals. Make it 5.
Great execution. John, they're being so efficient. Shot selection, quality shots, moving the ball, sharing the ball. West Virginia did a great job against Baylor sharing the ball. They had 20 assists. Miles had 20.
Inside, nice move. Tariq Phillip.
They got a number of people they can play. They rotate off that bench. Bob Huggins, third winningest coach, active coach today in basketball, behind Coach K and Jim Boeheim. 734, I believe, John. It's a lot of W's.
Doing great work at his alma mater. That West Virginia team leading the nation in turnovers forced and steals, but it's hard to set up that press if you don't get makes. Miles inside, flips it up and in.
Nice little play by Miles. You call him the Muhammad Ali of basketball. Remember, he said, we're going to beat Kentucky when they were undefeated. Cats had a different answer, like by 39. That Cats team was special. This year we got a lot of good teams, but we don't have a Kentucky team like last year. They had all the parts, size, perimeter play. You name it, depth. They had it all. And yet they did not win it all.
I know it. Go back last year, West Virginia making it all the way to the Sweet 16.
See, the first matchup, Bob was telling me on the phone, they spread the court and they were driving, and that's why they got on the foul line. Well, right now, we don't see the driving game. A little bit too much on the perimeter. They're going to use their athleticism. They're very athletic. They're quick.
Well, West Virginia has not shot a free throw so far, and Mason absorbs the bump in that spot.
That's a big difference right there. Good point, John. 33 for 47 in that first matchup. So look at the Hug-a-Bear.
So Mason will go to the line. That last foul was on Tariq Phillip.
Playing without Holton, suspended again, indefinitely rather, for the 4th game.
Yeah, this is his 4th straight. And when you're talking about a guy that rebounds the ball, he averages 10 points And about 8 rebounds, so they're missing a big piece.
But, you know, he's going to take advantage of the second opportunity. He had a lot of problems when he was at Rhode Island. He got a chance. Huggins gave him an opportunity, and he gets suspended again. Really doesn't make for a good decision. He's going to grow up and understand that you got to be responsible in terms of your team and what you have to do, and most of all to yourself.
Bill Self has brought in Shek Diallo and Svi Mikhailuk. And as well, Jamari Traylor into this one. Mason hits.
You know, Traylor's a guy that gives him a lot of energy, and he gets off on the boards. In fact, Bill Self told me he was the star, really, in the TCU game because he brought in so much energy.
Mason with 7, and it's Kansas by that many. Williams got good position and scores over the freshman Diallo.
You know what I really liked about him? He was working so hard before the game, down in the low post, getting position, trying a little drop step. You can see he was really mentally into getting prepared for the game.
Mason probing here.
Mason, Selden, you talk about veterans. This is a very experienced basketball team.
They get an offensive foul. That'll be on Mikhailuk.
Mikhailuk definitely charged after he gave up the basketball. Very young, you know, he came to college so young. There's Bill Self, who there's no question will be a Hall of Famer. Absolutely. Think about it. This conference, as tough as it is, to win 11 consecutive championships in the Big 12 and in a hunt for 12, that's unreal.
Got more regular season titles and home losses.
There's only 9 losses at home. That's incredible. I like that, John. I like that. He has become a dominant player and a lottery selection.
You know, it's interesting. In today's world, we see so many of these kids come in and affect the game as freshmen that when they don't, sometimes I think we feel like, oh, well, they won't be that good. But Buddy Hield has grown as a player. Perry Ellis is another guy who's grown as his career has gone on.
Well, Selden, you can go on. There's a lot of guys. Give them time. We want instant gratification right out of high school. And we label kids too quickly. Trying to beat him off the bounce. Great help by Kansas defensively.
Scrambles with a loose ball. Traylor. And Terry Oglesby said that he was on the sideline. So it'll be West Virginia basketball.
You know, 3 things that Bobby Huggins' kids do so well. They lead the nation, we said, in steals. But what about forcing turnovers? They force turnovers better than any team in the country. And they've had 3 teams this year with 30 turnovers. Nobody's done that. 3 teams turning the ball over 30 times. You turn over 30, you got no shot to win.
Carter handling here, looking for some space as he gives up. And now Phillip tosses down low. Page. And they get a foul. Fans don't like the call.
Page can score a variety of ways. Had 26 in the first matchup. He told his coach he's so unselfish, it's about winning. He's trying to post up a little here and go a little one-on-one. And he gets a little bump right here. I don't know about that call. I don't know about that call. You got 2 eyes, John. I got 1. Come on now. I can see that, but 1, there should have been no call.
Small change. Yeah. Page, one of the guys that gets to the line for West Virginia, but so far they do not have a free throw attempt.
And that's big. They had 47 in the first matchup.
And a foul on the floor. Shek Diallo charged with the foul.
You know, Diallo, LeBazier down in Kentucky came in with big reputations. We got to be patient with these kids. They came in, talked about being in the top 3 picks, top 4 picks in the draft, and now they've slid way down. They got to prove themselves on a collegiate level before you can talk about playing in the NBA.
Well, Bill Self likes both those guys, Bragg and Diallo. Thinks they're going to be good players. Right now, it's Lucas and Traylor that, with more minutes, give them a better chance to win.
And it's all about trying to win now. There's that turnover.
Kick up ahead, and Selden finger rolls it in.
He's had a terrific year. Selden's been great. He's living now. His mom is in the area, living here with him. He said he's more comfortable.
They've called a technical foul on Wayne Selden.
What was the technical for?
Check the end of this.
Little taunting after scoring. Oh, yeah, you can't do that. Can't do it. They don't want that. They don't want that. Wait, just to play hoops, baby. Play hoops.
It looked like Terry Oglesby stepped into TM when he clapped. Right there at the end.
Got a tee. Almost a little throw the flag like they did on Talib in the Super Bowl, who's a Kansas graduate.
Which time?
Yeah, he's a Kansas guy.
So first 2 free throws of the night for West Virginia, and their text as Selden frustrated. He sits.
In our first time since they're in the Big 12, Bobby Huggins and his team have won 4 in a row in conference play in the Big 12. And it's tough to do that because of the competition you face, and especially when you go on the road. They got 1 loss on the road, and that was at the buzzer in Oklahoma.
They go offensive foul, and it'll be on Tariq Phillip. And that is his second.
So far in this game, Kansas defense has not allowed them to get into any kind of rhythm offensively. Has that pressure? Kansas to prepare for this? Put 6 and 7 guys on the court in practice and rotate into traps. It's a whole different ball game, though, when you're on the floor trying to emulate that speed and quickness, and when they decide to trap. Spacing so important to eliminate the traps.
Ellis spinning, couldn't hit, but he'll shoot 2 free throws. So Perry Ellis putting it on the floor and able to get past Williams. Now he'll go to the line. That foul on Williams, his first.
Perry Ellis seems like he's been around here for a lot of years.
Gets the first. Well, Saturday, the big rematch between number 6 Kansas and number 3 Oklahoma. It's 2:30 Eastern on ESPN. They met January 4th, played that epic triple OT game. The Jayhawks coming out on top, and the rematch this weekend, and again 2:30 on ESPN.
You know, I said it that night, and I'll say it again. It was the best regular season game that I was ever part of in my 37 years at ESPN. I think Brent felt that way as well. We had so much fun. We didn't want it to end, John. We didn't want it to end.
John Higgins, who's officiating tonight, officiated that game, and he's done a lot of games, a lot of places, and especially here. He said it was the loudest he had ever heard this building.
I'd buy that. Good little execution right there, getting the medium range jump shot. Page with the score.
Page, their leading scorer. That's his first 2 of the game, and back to 5 points.
He's all about winning too. He told Coach, I don't have to start. Bring you off the bench. I'm a little more comfortable.
Lucas got deep post position, knocked out of bounds. West Virginia basketball.
That's the kind of defense they play. Aggressive, double up on the post, rotate, communicate. Bob Huggins has been a scrapper his entire life. Battle, battle, battle. Had some great teams in Cincinnati.
Made the Final Four twice, once with the Bearcats and once back in 2010 here at West Virginia. Page, quick release, loose ball, and eventually Graham comes away with it.
So one thing Kansas is doing is negating them on the offensive boards, not letting them get those second and thirds. Wide open. Oh, a little air ball time. That looked like my jump shot.
Miles left hand wouldn't go. Tip no good.
Bad shot by Miles right there. The shot was not available. He's going to get him out, I guarantee. I guarantee he's going to get him out of the game.
Count the basket. Terry Oglesby steps in. No, John Higgins is actually going to say, nope, the foul was on the floor. So no basket, foul on the floor. They get Adrian with the foul.
Saying they got the foul before he released the ball.
Yep.
So he was going to the bench. He didn't like that shot. He didn't like that shot, Mr. Huggins. And there's no question who's the boss on that sideline. None whatsoever.
Bob Huggins, 9th year at West Virginia.
Had 1 year over in the Big 12 at Kansas State, and then the alma mater came calling, and they just couldn't say no.
Foul on Jaysean Page his first. It's team foul number 7, so we got a 1-and-1 situation now here with a very good shooter at the line in Brandon Green.
He's an excellent shooter, tremendous three-point shooter. He's had to do a little growing up, mature. He's been suspended a couple times in his career. Shooters get those touches, don't they? Great rotation, backspin. What a crowd, what an environment, the Fog. It is special. What a week I got. I'm going to be at Assembly Wall on Thursday, Indiana. I think they like their basketball a little bit. And then Saturday, Cameron Indoor Stadium, Virginia and Duke. I mean, I'm getting paid for that.
I know.
I mean, the Fog, Cameron, and Assembly Hall. Wow.
That's a good week, Dickie B.
Stealing money. There's the little weave on the outside. We are trading a little driving room.
Macon inside, +1.
Nice
Elijah Macon.
Nice little offensive set. Little handoffs on the outside, then dumping the ball inside, spreading the court. He's not afraid to use his bench. You know, you look at the minutes played by a kid like Williams, John, and you chart and look at his points and his rebounds, 13 and 8. That's in less than 25 minutes per game.
Green rebounds the free throw miss. Close in on the 8-minute mark. 5-point Kansas lead. John Shambi, Dick Vitale here in Lawrence. Number 10 against number 6. Green back to Bragg. Shot clock winding down. Green hoists.
He can flat out do that. He can shoot the rock. They were patience, boys, and they delivered some points. Got in the hands of the right guy to shoot it. There's the little weave on the perimeter. Trying to spread the court and get the ball in the post.
Myers jump stop in the lane. He gets fouled.
And that's what they did in the first matchup. Spread the court, drive, try to get in the lane, and get to the free throw line. It's not happening here tonight.
Hoods up, America. Today is the day. It's time for everyone to pop your hoods, to get some grease on your knuckles. This old boy could have another 100,000 miles in him. Here, buddy. And a little free time and new spark plugs will have this rocket ready for launch.
It's Urban Meyer and Bo Ryan on May 13th. But get those raffle tickets.
I like the shot of you leading up against the Mercedes. That's
like
solid,
that?
yeah.
I want to send my best wishes out to a family. Their little girl is really battling big-time cancer. Parker Monholland, a friend of mine right here from Kansas area, notified me about her several weeks ago, and she's in an unbelievable battle. Keep fighting, Parker. So many people love you. Love you, 8-year-old girl. That disease, I've said it once and I'll say it again, it sucks. Cancer sucks. Plain and simple.
Mason of the Jayhawks taking it into the front court. 6-point advantage.
Look at the beautiful stance defensively by the West Virginia kids.
Look at Ellis, puts it on the floor, blows past everybody, and 2 more for Perry.
You normally don't see that against a West Virginia team. You usually see somebody rotating over, closing off his driving ability and closing that angle off. But he was allowed to go right straight drive to the basket. Straight line drive.
Williams fighting with trailer for position. Gets the ball inside. Lost it, but the putback there as Carter flips it up and off the glass and in.
I like Carter. Plays so hard defensively. We talked about it earlier. He set a school record last year, 67 steals as a diaper dandy. He and Miles usually cause so much havoc in that backcourt. Nice step back off the screen.
Ellis has actually this year done a pretty good job shooting 47% from 3. Doesn't take him a ton, but knocking knocking it down a lot this year.
Yeah, he's really improved in that area on the perimeter.
Williams against Traylor. Little contact, and that'll roll in. Devin Williams, and he's got 6.
Tell you what, that was a tough shot right there. Didn't have a good angle. Devin plays a little bit less than 25 minutes, averages 13 points a game and 8.8. A little push-off right there with Ellis.
Williams, who leads the Big 12 in double-doubles.
He's a double-doubles guy, man, on a regular basis. A lot of patience right here.
Shot clock winding down. Here's Graham. Got to hoist it up. And hits. He's been playing so well. Bill Self says their most improved player. Those are his first 2 points of the game, but coming off a really nice effort. 15 against TCU.
Well, you know, when you got Graham and you got Mason on the floor, you really got almost 2 point guards.
And that is important against West Virginia. Traylor contests the shot, and Williams gets fouled. He'll go to the line.
Hey, Williams a workhorse on the interior.
Foul on Traylor, his second. Devin Williams will go to the line, and obviously no Jonathan Holton for West Virginia as he's been suspended indefinitely, missing his 4th straight. So, you know, up front, you're looking at a West Virginia team that could be susceptible in foul trouble situations. Williams is first and gets that one. NBA Wednesday coming your way, presented by State Farm. And that's on ESPN. The Kobe Farewell Tour continues in Cleveland against LeBron. And Eastern Conference leading Cavs at 8 Eastern. And then Rockets and the Blazers. That's at 10:30. Coverage starts. NBA Countdown charged by Dew at 7. And both games streaming live on Watch ESPN.
You know, ESPN.com had a nice little story about who would you take, Duncan or Kobe, in their careers. And Kareem said, I would take Mr. Duncan. Magic said, I want Kobe. Kareem, he wears the Laker uniform. Wow. How could you go against a Laker? Pretty good choice. So how do you go wrong with either guy?
2 amazing careers, and obviously Kobe, you're going to give him a lot of love at the All-Star game coming up.
Tell you one thing, Kansas has done a great job spreading the court, keeping away the double teams. We haven't seen many double teams. Do a little run and jump. Don't see, oh, he's in real deep. Can't let him get that deep, John. Can't let him get that deep.
Landon Lucas with the bucket, and he's got 6 points. A guy who averages just over 4 a game.
Gives him a great size on the interior.
Everything. Dexter Miles.
Well, he was 0 for 9 in the previous 3 games before the Baylor game. Baylor game, he went 4 for 5 shooting the threes. They said Bobby Huggins was so tough on him in practice, the players said. He came and produced in that Baylor game. They had lost 4 in a row to Baylor. They dominated Baylor.
Pass deflected and then intercepted. Kansas looking to add to a 6-point advantage. Under 4 to go here in the first half. John Shambi, Dick Vitale. You're on Super Tuesday.
It's been kind of quiet. Basically, it's a half-court game. Both clubs getting back defensively, making you have to play 5-on-5.
Mason slithers in. Had a good look at it, but couldn't finish. And now Lucas.
He gives him an extra possession. Lucas on the offensive boards. And a second shot, second chance.
Foul inside on Dexter Miles. Kansas a 6-point advantage here at Allen Fieldhouse. This is a powerful league, so to be able to run that streak in this conference, I think especially impressive.
Absolutely. I mean, whether it's having the Big Ten or the ACC, I mean, those conferences all have such heavyweight teams in there. And for one to dominate like that is really unique and special. You know, Kansas got wins over Oklahoma, Kentucky, Baylor, Texas, UCLA, San Diego State was really good. They've had some great, impressive wins.
Page lost the handle, out of bounds.
Nice job by Kansas, though, beating the guy to the first step, not letting him make the turn to get to the lane. Keeping people out of the lane is a must. If you allow them to penetrate and get into the lane, so many good things can happen offensively.
West Virginia basketball, 10 on the shot clock. Javon Carter is going to check back in.
I think in a West Virginia uniform, one of my favorite players of all time. In fact, if I had to pick the other day, I did. The 5 best in my lifetime, one of my guards was a guy by the name of Jerry West. He was automatic.
Myers not able to hit. Loose ball, fought for. Kansas comes away with it.
Doing a good job on the glass. You know, right now, West Virginia is 0 for 6 shooting threes.
Only 3 offensive rebounds for West Virginia. They're second in the nation in that department. Selden leads through traffic and scores.
He does a great job finding a gap in the defense and then attacks the gap off the bounce. Uses his body exceptionally well. At 22 turnovers, doesn't look like it's going to happen here tonight. They turned them over 22 times, West Virginia, that first matchup.
Deep position, blocked by Ellis.
Good job defensively, Ellis rotating over.
And then a foul of Devin Williams.
We see him go down to the post. Here comes the ball inside. Great timing by Ellis. The big fella with the block shot and then a foul out of frustration.
Barry Ellis, a senior out of Wichita. We talked about Buddy Hield, who's from the Bahamas, but played his high school ball in Wichita. They actually were AAU teammates, Ellis and Hield. And Perry, what a career he's put together, an all Big 12 performer. Will probably finish in the top 15 in both points and rebounds on the Kansas list. I mean, look, talk about some of the greats, and you were saying it feels like he's been here forever, and he's hip to all the jokes. I mean, you hear all the different Twitter jokes, whether, you know.
Twitter, all those people on Twitter, it's unreal. I get some jokes on Twitter.
he was asked recently his favorite Perry Ellis' old joke. They have one where they said he came off the bench and helped Will Chamberlain win the national title.
Tell you what, that Brian is going to help them win the Big 12 title.
Mason the steal and the biggest lead of the game for the Jayhawks. It's a dozen.
So you're earlier, Mr. Shambi. They better have their A game, West Virginia. The Jayhawks are ready to play here. There's the steal, there's the conversion, there's the score, and there's the noise. The foul. It's rocking, baby. It's rocking.
Good 8-0 run for Kansas.
Created by a solid defensive effort. 5 guys communicating, rotating over, helping one another.
And that bucket ends that streak. 10-point game, 1:15 to go here, first half.
What I'm impressed about is the way defensively the 5 are playing together for Kansas. And number 2, their patience on offense. Looking for the quality shot.
Like Lucas took his eye off the ball for a moment.
It was a tough pass, though. The angle wasn't there. He didn't have the real good angle to make that entry. A little while in Freeport, the Bahamas, they are going bananas over his performance. I would like to be in the locker room halftime, listen to Mr. Huggins speaking to his team.
What do you think he's going to say?
I don't think I can repeat what he's going to say. I don't think I can repeat. He's not going to say, hey, guys, we're having a great half.
It's a really dumb question by me.
Not really. Oh, I was at a backcourt. Staying in front of their man has really been something special right now by Kansas.
Just 5 turnovers for Kansas in the first half. They have taken care of the ball. Nifty move by Graham as he gets it over to Green.
Stepped out of bounds.
And it'll go the other way. 27.4 to go.
What a difference when you think about it. 5 turnovers thus far today. 22 in the first matchup. It was a domination. There was never any doubt. I mean, West Virginia was totally in control. Their fans were on cloud nine.
West Virginia with back-to-back wins over ranked opponents, Iowa State and Baylor.
Pretty good wins, quality wins. They've won 4 in a row now in the Big 12. First time ever since they're in the Big 12. In fact, the last time they beat a ranked top 10 team on the road was Villanova. They were in the Big East, and Villanova was number 10.
That from way downtown, and Jayhawks Page buries it.
That's a big one. That could give you a little lift. It gives you a little lift right there. Only down 7. That was really what you call a momentum builder.
That helps Bob Huggins' crew still down 7. Coming up, the Land Rover.
They're not normally a very good three-point shooting team, but that last one, 0 for 7, making that last one, I thought was big to get it to 7.
Really been more about Kansas defense than West Virginia's. Only 3 points off turnovers for the Mountaineers. They start with the basketball here to begin the second half. Ahmad feed inside Williams and 1. Devin Williams.
Nice play by Ahmad on a baseline, though, to create the opportunity for Williams, sharing the basketball. That's why they had 20 assists in that win over Baylor. They shared the ball, very unselfish. That's winning basketball. You know, last year they won 25 games, and they went to the Sweet 16. Yet they were preseason a number 6 selection in the conference, and we're now ranked.
Well, right now, West Virginia is the conference leader.
Yet if you look at the national ratings, they're 10, and the 2 teams they're ahead of are way ahead of them in terms of Kansas and Oklahoma on the national scene.
Ellis inside, lays it in.
He does a terrific job getting great post position on the baseline, good footwork, good hands, and uses his body exceptionally well.
10 points for Perry Ellis. Page weaves inside. Williams got his hand on it. It ends up with Mason and the Jayhawks. Selden. One and done, and here come the Mountaineers. Phillip from deep. Adrian with the rebound. Page a 3. And another offensive rebound.
That's their strength now, getting the 3rd opportunity. So far, 0 for 2. Adrian kept the ball alive.
Ahmad, and he is hammered by Lucas.
See, that's their game. Drive the basketball, straight line drives, go to the goal, create foul opportunities, play aggressively. See, when you're playing aggressive basketball, John, number 1, you are forcing turnovers, you're blocking shots, you're getting steals, and that's all really what they're about, West Virginia.
Issa Ahmad went down hard. Landon Lucas, big guy at 6'10", 240. And Lucas put all of that body into the foul on the freshman.
This night for Danny's going to be a very good one. He's really special. Came out of Ohio, came out of Cleveland area. But they got a pretty good NBA team with a fair player by the name of, I can't think of it, was it Irving or Love?
No.
Is there another guy
There's
here?
another guy.
He's not bad either, the King, LeBron. He was highly talented recruit, this kid out of Cleveland. 2-time Associated Press Player of the Year.
Yeah, rated the number 46 recruit on the ESPN 100, Issa Ahmad.
People say he's the best dunker on the team. See, they're not able to get into traps. Spreading the court really well.
That one out of bounds, and it's West Virginia basketball as Lucas hit the deck there.
One game they were really, really hammered when they played the Gators of Florida. And Bob Huggins was not a happy guy with their effort. There's one thing about it. We're going to lose. You're going to have to outplay us in terms of toughness and out-hustle us. Trying to get one-on-one inside the Williams.
He absorbs the contact, and he will go to the line.
They're staying right in the game. They're not looking pretty, but the scoreboard is starting to come back. There it is.
Foul on Lucas, his second.
They were down 12 with about 2 minutes left in the half.
Remember, it was January 12th, and you touched on this earlier. They shot 47 free throws. went 33 of 47 in upsetting the #1 team in the country at home, Kansas. And here tonight in the first half, they shot 7 free throws.
And that's a 20-point differential. I mean, they made 13, you make 33. Beating a #1 team. That was the first time they beat a #1 team since they beat UNLV back in 1983. The great late Hall of Famer, the Tark, Jerry Tarkanian. Was he special with that towel?
Williams not able to hit. 5-point game.
That's an half-court trap. Oh, look at the half-court trap. He almost had it.
Page stepped in, but they couldn't corral it.
He rotated over, he's anticipating that.
Selden needs help. Shot clock under 10. Mason at the rim, had it knocked away. Here's Page ahead. Page steps through, and he gets fouled, and Grant can't believe it.
They're starting now to drive the basketball. Straight line drives, driving the basketball. Joseph told me yesterday on the phone, that was a dilemma for them. They couldn't defend it. Here it is, that straight line drive, right to the basket.
About 2.5 into the second half, and already 14 fouls on Kansas, none on West Virginia. Here's Jayhawks Page. He had a career-high 26 in that win over Kansas back in January.
You talked about a little earlier when you think about Bobby Huggins. 92 went to the Final Four. That was the year that Duke beat Indiana. Michigan beat Cincinnati, his team. And it was the Fab Five, and ultimately Duke won the title. Then he had a great, that team, by the way, had Blunt, Van Exel, Eric Martin, Buford, was a heck of a team. Then he had a great team when he had Kenyon Martin in 2000, and he broke his leg. They were unbelievable that year. Couldn't play in the tournament. Kenyon couldn't play. They got beaten in the second round. Tulsa beat him. They're going to a half-court trap now.
Very active right now is West Virginia's defense.
Well, they rotate back into the man-to-man. Try to trap. There's the lane wide open. Wide open.
Ellis to Lucas.
Well, he did a great job reversing the ball against the trap and having the wide open lane and then sharing the ball. One another. Two bigs come up big, and the Jayhawk faithful love it. They love it. Rock, chalk, Jayhawk. Rock, chalk, Jayhawk.
Williams short on that shot, and they get him over the back. Let's take a look at the other end, and that lob.
See right there, he gets in the lane. I said a little bit earlier, if you allow penetration into the 3-second area, a lot of positives happen in terms of you're offensively efficient. I mean, it's just a high percentage area.
So this is something to watch. 3 fouls on Devin Williams. So he goes and grabs a seat. And as mentioned, no Jonathan Holton.
Oh, look at this. They're trying to push the score against the press, and he brings it back out.
Graham had it knocked away. And now Page inside. He had it blocked. And it ends up with Lucas. Landon Lucas has played great here tonight.
Yeah, he's had a real solid performance. Carried the ball. Carried the ball. Get away with that in the NBA. Not getting away with it here.
And a turnover. Landon Lucas with 8 points, 11 rebounds here tonight. A guy that averages 4 and 5.
Pretty good performance. Every time it looks like Kansas might get away from them, West Virginia finds a way to hang in the game.
And we'll see how long Devin Williams stays on the bench.
Doing a great job not letting him make that turn. See, make him kick the ball out.
Adrian, good shooter, knocks it down.
That was a big three there by Adrian.
All of a sudden, a 2-point game.
Grew up in Morgantown, always dreamt of playing at Morgantown, his hometown.
Selden not able to answer, but an offensive rebound. How about that? Devontae Graham.
Graham having a solid month. Good play by Graham on that perimeter. Give him that second opportunity, so that's what happens. Two big threes. A three gives you the ball, man. It gives you momentum. Look at Adrian. The night with them, he steps back behind the line, and he hits one. And then Mr. Graham says, anything you can do, I can do better. Oh, rebounds. Really doing a great job on the glass. Hey, speaking about Oregon, I like that team. Dana Altman, Dylan Brooks. Have you seen them, John?
Just on TV, not in person.
Yeah, they really look impressive. I've seen them only on TV as well. They're very impressed the way they play, and I think Dylan Brooks is for real.
Phillip had it blocked. Adrian tries to save and does. Carter.
Nice play by Adrian. Good effort right there to keep the ball alive. Trying to make that drive, and Kansas staying in front of him.
Oh, that's from deep.
He shot that down from Wichita, man. Are you kidding me? That's from Wichita.
Shot clock winding down. He had to hoist it up. Just 2 out of 12 from 3.
That's 1 for 6. Not too good. There's a little weave out front. Got a high post screen. Then he tries to lock inside. Slides up the screen to the box.
Shot clock winding down. Here's Ellis on Adrian. Off the glass, 2 more. And Perry's got a dozen.
Too much experience right there in that matchup. Took advantage of that experience right there. Got the young guy one-on-one. And beat him on that baseline.
He can score in multiple ways, Perry Ellis. Lead back to 7. Tariq Phillip. And had his shot blocked, but gets it back. Miles inside, left hand wouldn't go. Another rebound for Landon Lucas.
Not even close on that layup by Miles.
It's been a Kansas defense tonight. It's been suffocating at times.
Yeah, they're really playing great on defense. There's a little one-on-one right there. Beats Adrian on a baseline. So experienced, been around the block a few times. I mean, Ellis has been a solid performer throughout his career.
A really good career, Perry Ellis. It's a guy just 13.5 minutes a game he played as a freshman.
Tell you one thing, he'll make somebody's roster in the NBA. He's the kind of guy you'd want in your club, fundamentally sound, brings a winner's mentality.
Green to 3.
Wow, he can shoot the 3, man. There's no doubt he can shoot the trifecta. He can flat out shoot the J, baby. And
Time out, West Virginia.
See that CO, baby. This crowd is alive. That's what Green does with that jump shot of his. Touch that elbow in, elevates.
Dick Vitale, you said earlier, it's the best regular season game you've ever done.
Yeah, it really was. I'll tell you one thing, what made it so unique, you had both clubs, #1 in 2 different polls. They both were #1. I'll be on right after that game with my buddy, Mr. O'Brien, and we'll have Virginia and Duke. So right after that game, so it's a heck of a doubleheader. Kansas, Oklahoma, game day crowd down here. If I don't wear Reese out, Thursday I'm working with Reese Davis down here at Indiana and Iowa. Big battle.
Miles not able to hit, and the tip.
Oh!
That won't go. Ahmad out of bounds. And it stays with West Virginia. Issa Ahmad, that was hanging on the rim. Hey, real quick, Bob Huggins electing not to bring Devin Williams back. He has the 3 fouls. He still sits. Are you surprised?
Yeah, I am surprised. I thought he would have bring him in there with the double-figure deficit. The tip right there, normally that goes in for West Virginia. They're so strong on the offensive boards. Second in the nation. Lead the nation in steals.
As well, no Jonathan Bolton, suspended indefinitely. There's Elijah Macon.
And that's their strength. Get on the offensive boards and defend. Force turnovers. Not able to do that here tonight. The veteran backcourt's doing a great job protecting the ball.
Carter bumps Mason. That is number 3, the sophomore from Illinois, Javon Carter. He'll go grab a seat, and checking back in, Tariq Phillip. Landon Lucas gets a nice hand as he takes a seat. 14 rebounds for Landon Lucas. That is a Kansas season high.
Did a tremendous job thus far in this game. Working the glass. Oh, there's the lob over the top.
Space evaporated quickly for Traylor. Now it's Ellis working on the freshman. That's a mismatch.
It is a mismatch. It's an M&M because once he gets into that lane, he's so effective. You can't allow him to get in that 3-second area.
It was like Devin Williams posted you pregame.
Yeah, pregame. I'll tell you one thing. He has a lot of head fakes, ball fakes. I think he's got to get Williams back on that floor. Uh-oh. 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 Away they go. The Jayhawks. Oh, they're all playing, baby. Look at the bastard to step on the defensive end. Because that's what it does to you. Look at that aggressiveness on the glass.
Mason flying in for that rebound. They get the under 12 timeout coming up.
Playing with a little chip on their shoulder, man. Chip on their shoulder.
Graham again. Nope, they get a foul. Now Devontae Graham with that big three. And Kansas here at home leading by 13. Even better in the second half, but West Virginia's gone ice cold. You know, we started this broadcast. Landon Lucas has been huge for Kansas, and we talked about the West Virginia defense. It's been the Kansas defense tonight that's really been the story.
Well, they really played great defense, keeping West Virginia away from driving to the goal. Straight line drives, attacking the basket.
Devin Williams back in the game and kicks to the corner and able to find Jaysean Page.
Jaysean Page has had one heck of a year. He gives them such offense coming off that bench. Plays so hard defensively as well. Trying to get a little trap right here. Using Asia up on top. Nice job from back. The steal.
Traylor put it on the floor and it poked away. Phillip to Page. And then Traylor flying in for the rebound.
And that's what he does for them. He rebounds, gives them energy.
Good hands there, Adrian. Got the deflection, then the steal. And now Page. Adrian puts it in.
Nice job by Adrian as the trail guy. They've had 2 turnovers in a row with their traps and pressure with Adrian up on top. He did a great job following that on the missed layup.
Here tonight in the overall, the pressure has not bothered Kansas. But in the last couple of segments, it has.
They do a great job coming from behind with deflections. Jimmy Valvano years ago used to teach that all the time with his North Carolina State team.
Mason.
Another turnover. That's 3 in a row now. 3 possessions in a row. That's West Virginia's game. That is an example of their game. They got to get some threes to fall for him too.
Inside Williams, he's fouled and he'll shoot.
Nice little 2-man play right there. Screen, roll, go to the goal. So tough to defend that. We see teams on the NBA level, college level, high school level, can't seem to stop the screen and roll.
Devontae Graham picks up his 3rd foul. Devin Williams back in the game. He's got those 3 fouls. Team down by 8. Make it 7.
You know, John, it's another example. We've seen them one time they were down 12, and they cut it down to 2. Then they're down 13, and it's now right down to 7. And by the way, I just got a text from my buddy, Dan Shulman. He says, you're talking about Dylan Brooks. You got to tell the world he's from Canada.
Uncle.
A lot of great players now in college basketball from Canada.
I hope Mr. Shulman is feeling better.
He is. He told me he's feeling a little better.
I wish him the best.
You baseball guys all got to stick together. Here's the little face guard pressure. I want your trap by Adrian. Having to rotate over. You got to protect the ball. Last 3 possessions have turned it over, Kansas. You got to find Green. You can't let him spot up and shoot. That's 4 turnovers in a row. 4 possessions in a row.
Page trying to find Miles. And Miles stepped on the baseline.
You know what's frustrating for Bob Huggins? 4 great efforts defensively, and they've only got 2 scores out of those 4 possessions. Stepped out. No, he's not a happy camper there. He's done a great job everywhere he's been.
Well, that probably has to be something, doesn't it? That contact with Williams up on Ellis is, I think, what Bill Self didn't like there. And that one chipped away.
That's a foul.
Perry Ellis as Dexter Miles picks up the foul. That's his second. Dexter Miles Jr.
He hasn't had a strong game like he did against Baylor. Baylor, he was so efficient and so effective.
Dexter Miles Jr. from Baltimore played for a West Virginia alum, Cyrus Jones at Dunbar in Baltimore.
Produced a lot of great players from that area.
Miles out there pressuring Green. Now to give off Mason. Shot clock under 10.
You got to be impressed with the way these kids from West Virginia never, ever quit, man. Never. Oh, he can shoot it. Not that time.
Missed it all. Carter now. And he waits for the numbers to even it up.
Get the ball inside to Williams. Let him get down in that box and go one-on-one.
It's a 6-point game under 9 to go. Just inside the 3-point line. Williams can't hit. Green the board. And the foul is on Javon Carter.
They led the nation last year in fouls. This year, I think they're third from the bottom.
So Carter picks up his 4th. Team foul number 5. Each side with 5 team fouls. Carter sits. And Selden to inbound for Kansas, up by 6.
I remember this. Kansas got a 36-game win streak. The #1 win streak in the country is Wichita State, 43 in a row.
Last time Kansas lost at home, January 5th of 2014. So better than
San Diego State.
Or San Diego State, better than 2 years.
Steve Fisher doing a great job out there with that program with the Aztecs. Giving Williams a little break here.
Got a little more physical here in the second half. The refs have got more involved. Feed inside. Ellis had good deep position, spins around, misses, but a rebound. That's number 15 for Lucas.
Hey, he's making like an unbelievable star in that box inside, rebounding the basketball. Give them second and third opportunities. 15 off the glass. He's like a Windex man today. He's sweeping the glass. There's Lucas now working the glass. And a great rebound as we had a play against him when I was coaching. Maurice Lucas, remember that name?
Absolutely.
Marquette was unbelievable on the glass. He was a man-child.
So Landon Lucas, front end of the 1-and-1. Well, after tonight's SEC matchup between Georgia and number 22 Kentucky, keep it locked in for SportsCenter at night with the 2 Johns, Buccigross and Anderson. We'll have all the highlights, college hoops, NHL, NBA, and then updates on Rockets and Warriors. SportsCenter tonight with Bucci and John Anderson.
Bucci and John Anderson. That's why I got fired in the NBA. My guards played like those 2 suckers. Brick City, USA. I'm only kidding
Now,
you.
wait a second.
I'm only kidding you. And here we go.
Adrian knocks down another 3, his second of the game.
Big 3. He's also doing a good job at the point of that press. Was a little bit of breaking the rhythm of Kansas. See, they're always thinking about the trap. Always thinking about it. I told you when Kansas was practicing, they were using 6 and 7 guys on the floor and always anticipating a trap. Like right there, there's the trap.
Hands again.
There's the trap. Why they live with those turnovers? Oh, you got to convert that. You got to convert that. You bust your back. You trap. You got to make that layup.
Dexter Miles wanted to jump ball, doesn't get it. Charged with a foul. Kansas by 4.
They don't go away, baby. Style of coaching, and that's why he's the 3rd winningest coach of all the active coaches right now in basketball. Got Mike Krzyzewski with, I think, 1,036 now. Unbelievable. Has more wins. I think Monday night was their 1,000th game at Cameron Indoor Stadium. He's got more wins than the games they played at Cameron.
Tonight, Bob Huggins 300th game as head coach at his alma mater.
Every time it looks like Kansas is going to put him away. Got it to 12, it got to down to 2. Got to 13, it got to 4. Now it's up to 6.
Battle down low between Traylor and Williams, although they got that last foul on Perry Ellis.
It's been some stretch for West Virginia. Think about it. They were at Florida where they had a tough time in that SEC Big 12 battle. Then they were at Iowa State. They broke that magic, the Hilton Magic, where they never won. And then they had Baylor, and now Kansas tonight.
Oh, nice move. Page able to flip that one in through the traffic.
He was able to utilize his athletic ability. He hung a little bit in the air, showed that strong driving ability. Here's the trap. You got to step to the ball.
Page almost came up with a steal. Selden, a good look at it.
They break your back. They take away the momentum by having guys that can knock the 3 down. Whether it be Green, whether it be Selden, whether it be Mason, whether it be Ellis. You bust your back, you really strive, you fight, you scrap, and then bam, there's a 3 and you're down 7.
Mason frustrated right now, wanted the charge call. Took it right in the chops.
Oh, yes, sir.
That elbow.
The elbow came
wanted
out.
the offensive foul, and it didn't get called.
These fans wanted it too. Oh, these fans wanted it. They definitely missed it right there. There's no question he used the free hand. Oh, right there. The right elbow. The right elbow caught him.
Here.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Now they're going to go to the monitor and take a look. Yeah, right now, Doug Sermons, John Higgins over there. So an official review, this could end up being a flagrant one.
You know, really, when you think about West Virginia has hurt itself by not able to convert with all the steals and the tremendous job they've done defensively. I thought he had the elbow out there. What did you think, John?
Yeah, I agree. If we come out of this with a flagrant foul, I will not be surprised.
Oh, there's no question. I don't think there's any doubt. See the excessive use of that elbow.
And Mason popped up where he was frustrated immediately about taking one right in the nose.
Come on, guys, let's go. Make that call. That's the one thing I don't like about all the delays. Takes forever making calls, breaks the rhythm of the game, takes the timing away. Baseball, too. You see the baseball games. I mean, we got to get them right. There's no question.
Yep.
I don't know how long you got to take to look at that.
John Higgins on the left, Doug Sermons on the right.
Hey, it's 6 eyes, man. I got one. And I'm sitting over here, and I think you can see that.
So again, right here, excessive and or unnecessary is a flagrant one, not a legitimate play on the ball. A hold or a push from behind.
Yeah, it wasn't a flagrant 2, but it was a flagrant 1. I think it's right there. Unnecessary use, excessive, and it was absolutely there.
Yeah, I don't see that warranting an ejection. Doug Sermon's going to come over and let us know what the deal is. So they get the...
With an elbow, we got a dead ball contact technical foul.
Okay.
So we're in a penalty. West Virginia 12 is going to look at the defensive foul. Because if we take contact, right?
Yep.
And just shoot like this ball half court. Anybody can shoot.
Okay. Doug Sermon's coming over and letting us know what the deal is. All right. So first things first, Tariq Phillip is going to shoot a 1-and-1.
He got fouled on the drive, they said.
Or I beg your pardon, going to shoot 2.
He got fouled on a drive.
No, it is a 1-and-1, yeah. And then there will be
technical.
The technical at the other end. So this is a 1-and-1.
hurts. 2-point opportunity. They get a chance right here. Anybody could shoot them. Anybody could shoot them.
So Mason, by the way, who gets charged with a foul on that play.
Now he gets 2 on the technical.
And then it'll be Kansas ball.
Oh, West Virginia got a little lucky break right there.
That thing hung up there forever.
Such a tough kid, this kid. Very tenacious, plays hard. He and Selden, such experienced players.
Mason, a junior from Petersburg, Virginia, same high school that produced the late Moses Malone.
The late, great Moses Malone. So sad when I heard that Moses lost his life. It broke my heart. I got to know Moses really well.
So after all that, and the flagrant one of the Tech.
Got to come up with a defensive stop here. Got to let them get away here. It's getting late.
Feed inside. Ellis again continues to get really good position. That foul is on Adrian. That's his 4th.
Yeah, Adrian tried to check him in a low post. He had great post position, utilizing his feet and his positioning exceptionally well. You think about great rebounders. Moses Malone went after every rebound like it was his last meal. It was unbelievable.
Part of that 82-83 Sixers team that won it all with the great Andrew Toney, Dr. J on that team, Maurice Cheeks.
Here's the message for all you kids out there. I remember speaking at the 5-star camp for Howard Garfinkel. It is pouring and raining. We're inside. I get done speaking. The 17-year-old by the name of Malone goes outside in the rain, and he's throwing the ball against the glass, tipping it right hand, left hand. That's how you become a star. You work, you work, you work.
Georgia, Kentucky still to come. 10-point game. Under 6.5 to go here at Allen Fieldhouse. John Shelby and Dick Vitale. As the fans taunt Tariq Phillip. Page hoists it up. That's a 2 for Jayshawn Page.
Page just knows how to score, John. He's got that scorer's mentality. Just like Jaquan Holton has down there. When you think about Miami coming off the bench.
Pick.
Uh-oh.
And Williams rips down the rebound.
I like Williams, man. He's always playing hard. He's in the right position.
Ahmad, the freshman, going to the basket, and they get the foul on Jamari Traylor. That is his 3rd.
They're really high on the kid Ahmad from out of Cleveland, Ohio. Young kid, Piper Dandy, player of the year. A couple of different polls in Ohio.
He's the one freshman in Bob Huggins' rotation. You get number 10, West Virginia, number 6, Kansas right here.
Hurting himself on that free throw line. It was their big plus in that first matchup, scoring 33 on the free throw line versus 13 for Kansas. But tonight, it's hurting him right here late.
12 out of 18 from the stripe for West Virginia. Inside. And it's Selden taking the foul. They get the foul on Ahmad. That is his 1st.
Nice drive along that baseline, really attacking, very strong to the rim.
Selden now 9 points. Can't hit the front end. Well, Saturday, Kansas back at it, the rematch. They take on number 3 Oklahoma. And we bring it to you at 2:30 Eastern on ESPN. Of course, the epic triple overtime game in early January. Game day will be there.
That place will be rocking, I'll tell you this. You think about a great coach, Ryan Kruger, one of the best in the business, only coaching like 5 schools to the NCAA tournament. That place will be rocking.
Page trying to find Williams. He and Lucas battling down low. Here's Williams now. Feed inside, Ahmad, and it rolls out. But the freshman will go to the line. He's Ahmad.
Good job right there defensively by Lucas, not allowing Williams to make that turn. drop step and get to the goal.
Perry Ellis picks up his 3rd foul. What a night for Landon Lucas. 9 points and a career-high 15 rebounds.
There it is, the score on the free throw line. Like you said, they're missing Holton. I'm thinking about Holton. I mentioned Jaquan. I meant Newton from down there in Miami. Terrific 6-man, just like the kid Page right here. Kid Newton from Miami has been so big all year. When you got guys like that who can come in and give you that kind of a lift, it really means so much. And that's been a key for West Virginia with Page.
Jim Larinaga's team down there has got a little Big 12 flavor. They got the 2 transfers, Sheldon McClellan and Angel Rodriguez as well.
Yeah, from
McClellan
Texas.
from Texas and Rodriguez from K-State.
Run and jump right there, trying to get into that trap. They're spreading the court, good spacing, 15, 17 feet apart, so you can't run and jump. Can't. A little one-on-one right here by Ellis. Then he lays the screen and will step back off the screen.
Mason, little floater, that'll fall.
Nice little play by Mason.
A dozen for Frank.
Little floater in the lane, and here he goes again, up 9. Would have one more answer, to have one more run.
Williams lost the handle, but it goes right to Macon. Williams inside. Phillip, left hand, and that'll go.
Nice play by Phillip, staying with the ball, missed the layup, and came back with the left hand for the score.
The junior from Brooklyn able to put it in. Now they break the pressure. Selden. Ellis.
Trouble. Then into the 3-second area on the drive. It creates opportunities, and they get themselves a layup. And they go wild here at the foul.
Graham rebounds the miss. 9-point game. Perry Ellis, 18 points in this one.
All efficient shots, too. I don't remember him taking a bad shot. Spread in the court now. Pressure on West Virginia. Down 9. We're at winning time.
Ellis. He is some kind of player.
Oh, they love Mr. Ellis. They love him here, baby. A big 3. 5 straight points by Ellis. Kansas in command.
1 point. Yeah, they're leading scorer all year. 3rd in the league in points per game. 7th in rebounding. 5th in field goal percentage. And doing it here tonight, leading Kansas at home.
We talked about it at the top of the show. Number 1, why this game was big. If Kansas is going to win 12 consecutive Big 12 titles, we said this is a must. And they are delivering right now. Playing really effective basketball. Having an answer every time West Virginia made a little run.
Phillip inside, banks it home. If Kansas wins this game, you'll have 3 teams tied for the top spot. 8-3 records for West Virginia, Oklahoma, and Kansas.
Not far behind. You wait till Shaka Smart gets his players when he gets his own team. I mean, he's doing a great job with those kids in Texas. Take a look right here. 8-2. If West Virginia loses, you don't have to be a mathematical genius to figure out. They'll be 8-3, and Kansas will be 8-3. Oklahoma will be 8-3, and the game on Saturday will be big. Will be really big.
And Texas will be at Iowa State. I'll be there Saturday with Fran Fraschilla. So
You work my man Fran?
Franny.
What, so what do you got, all the Italians? Vitali, Fraschilla?
Shambi.
Shambi. There's the lasagna and a linguine. Fran does a terrific job. He really does.
Knows this league so well.
Also knows the European flavor, all those players there internationally.
But he's a New Yorker, you know, so I gotta stick up for my New York guys. Kansas by a dozen, closing in on 2:30 to go. Williams goes left hand, wouldn't fall. Graham the board.
Total control right now in every phase of the game by Kansas. They're in total control right here. Fouled out. Adrian just fouled out.
Adrian done with 8 points. He did it a couple of big threes in the second half to get him back in it.
He really did. He made a couple of big threes, forced a couple of turnovers at the point of their pressure. Learning. It's some good young kids with Adrian, Ahmad. Very tough to win here. Just look at the facts. This will be 37 in a row. And look at his record. You said it earlier. Only 9 losses at home since he's been coaching here.
How about in the Big 12? This is going to be 105 at home for Bill Self.
Wow. In
Big 12 play. 105.
That's not Cupcake City, man.
No.
That's not Cupcake City. They can't even put all the championships on one banner. I mean, he's got so many, it's unreal. They build statues for guys like that win like that. His predecessor did a great job here, too, Mr. Williams.
Indeed. Biggest lead of the game for Kansas, it's 14. Say the one swing in this game, Williams picked up his third. Tariq Phillip hits a three, went to sit, and that was when Kansas really extended the lead.
Yep.
And now the pressure in timeout as Kansas gets the TO. 11-point game, 1:56 to go. John Shambi, Dick Vitale is the 36-game win streak at home for Bill Self. This is as tough a home court advantage as any team has anywhere.
Well, you know, people always ask me, what are some of the best venues? Well, obviously, this place is certainly special. It is as special as can be. Going to Cameron Indoor Stadium is certainly special. You go to Rupp Arena, when you think about Big Blue Nation and the way those fans come after it. You go to the Carrier Dome, and there's over 30,000, and the police going wild for the Orange. There's so many great environments in college basketball. I don't know about you, man. There is nothing like the unbelievable spirit, the energy, and the excitement you get on college campuses. These young kids keep me acting like about 12. Notice we got a lot of media giants in the house today. Dana O'Neill of our ESPN.com is here covering it. I look to my right, I see Blair Kirkhoff here. The Kansas City paper loves college basketball. We got some writers that really love this game. I think about Hoops Weiss. I think about Mike DeCourcy. I think about our own. We got a whole group of guys working for ESPN. Gotta love it.
Andy Katz, Jeff Goodman, and the guys. Ellis gets the block and an offensive foul. Mason steps in and draws the charge, and that foul's on Page.
Take a look right there. That's Mason. Great position.
That was big right there. So 74-63.
Gonna come down to free throw shooting. And Kansas does a pretty good job at the line.
Graham inside. Like he took some contact, no call. It'll go the other way. Here's Carter now.
Well, he hesitated on the layup right there.
Williams lost the handle for a second, flips it up. But he'll shoot 2 with 90 seconds left.
Did a terrific job getting post position inside.
Fouls on Lucas, his third. So Landon Lucas been one of the big stars tonight. 9 points, 15 rebounds.
That's a great day on the glass. Kansas came in here with a 3-game win streak. They got some losses. They lost to Michigan State. I did that game. It was the Denzel Valentine show. They were in command in that game and lost. They lost to West Virginia, lost to Iowa State, and Oklahoma State.
Yeah, they got thumped in Stillwater. .90 seconds to go, 9-point game.
And never, ever quit. You watch these kids in West Virginia play hard. They're in a trap right here. Gonna put the ball out. Time is on your side right now. You're going to manage the clock. Manage the clock, get to the free throw line, convert, and it's all over.
Elijah Macon commits the foul. That is number 2. Selden will go to the line, and he'll shoot 2.
I think one great streak they have also, John, is the fact that they've been to the NCAA tournament 26 consecutive times. Duke's done it 20, Michigan State 18, Gonzaga 17, and Wisconsin 17.
Yes, the longest active streak among schools in terms of getting to the dance.
Well, they also got a great deal of experience in the summer when they played the World University Games championship game. Beat Germany 2 overtimes in the final. Mason was terrific out there. That all helps you. Gives you more familiarity together, chemistry.
Carter fires from way downtown. Gets the rebound. Kick out Page. And Mason tracks that one down.
My friend, this one's in the books.
Yep.
It's academic. Kansas with a big win, a payback win, after being humiliated, embarrassed, and the fans love it. A standing ovation.
240 straight sellouts in this building.
That's going to make it so special down there in Oklahoma. I know our guys are all going to be excited down there. Reese, the game day crew, Jay Billis, Dan Schulman, the whole gang, Oklahoma and Kansas. What a big game on Saturday. And then after that game, stay tuned for Duke and Virginia.
The Jayhawks now with their 27th straight 20-win season.
They just put numbers together that are scary.
A 3-way tie in the Big 12, Oklahoma, Kansas, and West Virginia. 75-65, our final score here from Allen Fieldhouse. Up next, UT Arlington and Texas State. For Dick Vitale and our entire ESPN crew, I'm John Shambi. So long.